Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rachel, and today I'm going to be filming my March favorites for you guys. These are pretty much the products I've been gravitating towards every day. I've been loving them. Some of them are a little bit newer than others. Some of them are old ones that I've actually mentioned in previous videos, but I just kind of needed to give another shout out to because I don't like products to feel forgotten. Or I don't want people to think that I have a favorite and I have it 1 month and then I get something new and I totally forget about it. Like, I still like to use these products all the time and go back to them and have fun with them. So thank you guys so much for watching, and let's just jump on into it. So, okay, first off, I want to say this is super exciting. I got a camera to film on. I was a little treat for myself for just a treat for myself. This is like the only hobby I have other than work and like occasionally going on a run. So it was kind of one of those things that it's like, if this is what I enjoy doing, I'm going to invest in it. But I got a new camera, so hopefully the quality is a lot better. It better be a lot better because I paid for it. The fun thing I love about it that I couldn't do with my iPad before, because it's what I used to film on, is I can zoom in and then I can zoom out. So it's very exciting for me. It's like a really small thing, but I'm very excited about it. I couldn't do that on my iPad before, so I really hope this helps with my tutorials so I can actually zoom in for my eye looks and everything like that. So yeah, that's actually my first monthly favorite because I got it. I'm so excited. So that's just exciting. So to start off with, I'm going to give a shout out to a line that I've actually mentioned before, but I actually rediscovered how much I loved it because I stopped using it. It is the Badescu skincare line. This specifically is the Seaweed Cleansing soap. It is a gently exfoliating and soothing cleanser. It removes makeup and debris without disturbing the skin's delicate moisture balance. It does exactly what it says. I have super sensitive skin and I don't exfoliate my skin really ever because of the fact that when I do, it really irritates my skin, but then it sucks to not have an exfoliator because your just dead skin builds up, and I wear a lot of makeup like almost every day, so it just happens. So I love this. It has little I don't want to say beads, but like little seaweed pieces or something that definitely help to exfoliate the skin. So I love this. And then to partner along with it is the Seaweed Cleansing Lotion. So I don't know if you guys can see, but that is more than halfway empty. I got this stuff back in, I want to say October, and I stopped using this for about 1 to 2 months. And even so, I've only been using it for probably like 4 months. And this is almost gone because of how much I use it and how much I love it. This is a cleansing it's a seaweed cleansing lotion. It's a toner. So it's a mild, non-drying, and non-alcoholic toner that soothes and disinfects dry and sensitive skin. Which this is amazing because, like I said, I don't exfoliate, but this does help to get off that dead skin and just like wipe it away and make my skin feel super fresh and clean. I feel like these also help reduce redness, which I love because I have an issue with my skin getting super red all the time. Next is the Badescu Hydro Moisture or Moisturizer with Vitamin C lotion. It's pretty much just the moisturizer I use. I love this because I have really dry and sensitive skin, and I feel like a lot of moisturizers that they make for dry and sensitive skin is really heavy feeling. Now, this specifically says that it's for combination and sensitive skin. So not necessarily for dry skin, but it does work for my skin. And it's a very light feeling. It's not heavy. It doesn't like make me feel like I have a ton of product on or anything. Sometimes I feel like with the heavier or with moisturizers that are for dry skin, because they're heavier, you feel like they're just sitting on your face longer. This does not feel like that. I love this. And then last is the Badescu facial spray with aloe, herbs, and rosewater. If you watch my tutorials, you have seen me use this so many times in my videos before I put on primer or foundation. It just helps to prep the skin and make it just feel super moisturized and hydrated and everything like that. This is only $14. Okay, the one thing I love about this brand is that it's super good quality, and it's like not full of like all these chemicals and stuff. It's like, I feel like more of like a natural line, I would say. And it is such a good price point. It's like a high-end brand, but with, it's like the price tag is in between drugstore and high-end, which I love. So this retails for $14, but I've had this for over a year, and I'm almost out of it, but at the same time, like I can still get like another 2 months out of this product. These I want to say retail for about $18 to $24, and the lotion I want to say is $18. That is amazing because a lot of cleansers and moisturizers and toners, if you get them at like Sephora or Ulta, they're like 30 or 40 bucks. And I don't feel like the products that I've bought that are at that price point do what these products do. So I know I've talked about Badescu before, but I just really had to give it a shout out. If you have yet to try them and you're having skin issues, I strongly recommend them. They are so nice and your skin just looks perfect. Like I need to do a video or a tutorial where I like freshly wash my face with this and you can just see like how clean and clear my face looks. I feel like I'm like out of breath. Okay. Next is the Makeup Forever Step 1 Skin Equalizer Primers. So I am mostly just giving a shout out to the line in general. I only have 2 of them, but they have like 9 options to choose from, which I love. I have the Hydrating Base and the Redness Correcting Primer. I love these because I have dry skin and I also have issues with redness. And, excuse me. But they have options for mattifying. If you have oily skin, they have options for a skin brightener, but they have a pink toned one, a yellow toned one, an orange toned one. You know, if you have like a darker skin tone or something. They have a ultra hydrating one if you have like severely dry skin. Like they made this for everyone in mind, and I love that there are options with this primer, and it really does help with the longevity of your makeup and making it look just like better on your face. Like I love this primer. This is what I reach for almost every day, either one of these. Every now and then I switch it up, but these are just like, if I'm going on a trip or something, I bring either one of these or both of them. Okay, next is something that is a little bit bougier, and I kind of hate talking about products that are super expensive because it's like I don't expect everyone to just go out and run and buy this, but this truly has been my favorite for the past few months. This is the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. If you watch a lot of YouTube videos, like tutorials and everything, I feel like you've seen this floating around YouTube. Like a ton of people love this. It's a ton of people's favorites, and I didn't want to try it because it is pretty expensive, but back in November, Sephora was having a sale for VIB Rouge and VIB members, and you got 15% off of your purchase. So I was like, yep, sure, I'm down to clown with that. I'm getting 15% off of it. I really want to try it. And at first I like didn't want to like it because it was so expensive, and I was like, I'm gonna return this, but I have actually really been loving it. It is my favorite foundation I want to say I've ever used. I never get sick of using it. I feel like I really, really like to rotate through foundations and just like do different ones each day. Just, I don't know. I just do. It's kind of weird. So I have 2 other foundations that I do that with, but I have been wearing this literally every day for probably the past 2 to 3 months. And okay, not every day. I've maybe worn one of the other ones a total of 5 times in the past month, and then this like every other time. I'm like always like, oh no, I'm gonna use my MAC one today, and then I'm like, no, I'm gonna use the Giorgio Armani one. The MAC one that I have is really great. The Too Faced one that I have is really great, but I love this one. It is a medium coverage foundation, but you can make it full coverage if you keep layering it on, but it doesn't look gross when you layer it on. Like some foundations look really, really cakey when you have to keep using it, if you have a lot of redness or a lot of problem areas or something like that. This is the first foundation that has ever actually matched my skin tone perfectly. It is in the shade 4. And I don't know, the other foundations I have, like my Too Faced one is a little bit too tan, a little bit too warm. I can make it work, but just a little bit, too tan. And then my MAC one is a little bit too pale. I can make it work. I like it, but this is just perfect skin tone coverage, so that's I think also why I like it a lot. It says Luminous Silk. I wouldn't say that it's like the most luminous foundation I've ever tried, but it is more of a natural finish, which I prefer over like a matte finish. So yeah, I have been loving this. If there is a VIB sale coming up at Sephora, so if you are interested in trying it, you can always return it. You can return makeup. So if you get this and you hate it, like you can return it. It's not that big of a deal. But I recommend it. Okay, next is a concealer that I got probably about 3 weeks ago, so I can't say it's like my favorite for the whole month, but I have been using it every single day. So my favorite concealer that I used to use was my MAC Prep and Prime in Radiant Rose and the one in Light Boost. I would just switch back and forth in between them. One's a yellow undertone, one's a pink undertone. It just like depended on my mood. But this I have been loving. It is the Bare Minerals Bare Skin Complete Coverage Serum Concealer. So this is complete coverage. It is so great at like hiding, you know, darkness under your eyes. It's good at brightening. It's good at not correcting, but it's just a really good concealer. And it is full coverage, but it's not heavy. Oh, and I love that. Okay, so everyone is obsessed with the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer, which like it's good and I have it and I use it every now and then. But first off, there's too many colors in that range. Like, and the way that they're described online, I feel like is not how it actually is when you get the product. Like so the concealer I have, I can really only use for spot concealing because it is too dark for under my eyes. I mean, I know it's my own fault, but at the same time, the description of it is messed up. So I don't like that. And it's super heavy. I don't get how it's people's favorite concealers because it is so heavy to me and like so irritating under my eyes. But this is just perfect. It is not irritating. It is very comfortable to wear. So if you are looking for a new concealer, one for the summer, so it's not like super heavy on your face, but it still gives you a good amount of coverage, it's hydrating, I recommend this. Okay, so this is the Makeup Forever Pro Sculpting palette. So it's another contour palette, which I feel like everyone's coming out with contour palettes, everyone's coming out with blah, blah, blah. You know, okay, contouring's great, whatever. But this is amazing. So it comes in just with 4 colors, and it's a bit pricey for how small this is, but it is the best product I have ever used for contouring and like highlighting and everything. So I have the shade 20, which is the lightest shade that you can buy. There's 3 other shades that like gradually obviously go darker. It comes with a matte highlighter. It comes with a contour shade. It comes with an illuminating highlighter, just like for your cheekbones. It comes with a blush. So the main reason I bought this palette was for the contour shade. I just watched someone do a review on it and they said that it was really great and they loved it. It was super creamy and I love contouring, so I was like, yeah, sure, I'll try it. And I love it. You just have to use like the smallest amount of product. Like literally, I take my brush, dab it in there, swipe it on my cheek, and kind of dot the rest of it on this face, put it back in there, swipe it on my cheek, and then like do whatever. And then it blends out like a dream and it looks so natural. So I just really, really like this. I mean, it is a bit pricier. Makeup Forever is like not like the cheapest stuff in the world by any means, but they have such great quality products that I mean, obviously there's 2 products in this video that are from there and I love Makeup Forever. So if you have been looking for a good contour palette, if you didn't like the Anastasia one, if you're just wanting to try another one, I strongly recommend this. I like the other colors in here. I've used them, but the one I mainly use is the contour shade. So like, I kind of hate to admit that because I'm like only using one product in here. But the other ones are really good too. It's just, I'm just weird and I really like this shade and that's what I use it for. But I have been using it every single day. And that's why it's a monthly favorite. Next is this bronzer by Bobbi Brown. Usually I feel like bronzers, I've never like been blown away by a bronzer. Bronzer's a bronzer. That's that. This though is in the color Natural. So they have, I want to say 3 or 4 total matte bronzer shades from Bobbi Brown. I went to the counter at Macy's. There was one that was too golden. There was one that was too pink. And this one was the one right in the middle. I love this. On my skin tone specifically, on a light skin tone, or a lighter skin tone, it literally looks like you walked out into the sun, came back in, and you have a lovely, like, bronze to your face from the sun. It has a little bit of a redness in it, so like that's where like the whole like, oh, it looks like you're out in the sun comes from, but it also obviously has a good amount of like tan and bronze in it. I love it because I feel like it's the most natural looking color I've ever used. I still sometimes use other bronzers, but this is the one I've really been reaching for the most. And my best friend, Olivia, came to visit one time, and she is a lot more olive skin tone. She's tanner than I am, just naturally, #blessed. And just kidding, I like my pale skin, it's fine. And it was just a really nice bronze on her. Now, it didn't show up as much red on her skin, but it still looks really, really beautiful on her. And she actually really, really liked it. So that's what's up, girl. Okay, I'm gonna try to hurry this along. Next is this Abeka Ombre Rouge eyeshadow palette. I have talked about this before in another favorites video, but this is a product I just had to give another shout out to because of the fact I feel like it doesn't get enough love. I feel like I don't know anyone that uses this palette. I don't know anyone that really knows of this palette, even though, like, it's amazing. Becca is more known for their face products, so that at the same time I get why people don't really know about this, because it's not like really heavily advertised. But they are the creamiest and most blendable, I wouldn't even say creamiest. Like, they're just like, I kind of feel like they just like look and feel like normal eyeshadows, but when you start blending them in your crease or whatnot, they blend so nicely. And these colors are beautiful to layer on top of each other. So I mean, I'm not going to go too in depth with it because I've talked about it before, but I literally use this 80% of the time, maybe 90. So if you're looking for a very simplistic eyeshadow palette, I strongly recommend this. Next is this ColourPop eyeshadow. Just looks like this. It is like just a beautiful kind of like champagne-y pink gold color. The one thing I love about this is that it is just a nice sheen. It's not super opaque. It's not, I mean, it's pigmented, but it's not opaque at all. So I'm going to zoom you guys in. Okay, so if you look at my eye makeup, it is like on the center of my eyelid. It is just like a nice wash. It's a nice pop, which I actually really like, because as much as I love matte eyeshadow looks, it is nice to have like a little pop of sparkle in there, but I don't want like glitter. I don't want anything like too much. And this is just like the perfect, oh, ooh, sorry, not that close. This is just the perfect amount for like an everyday look. And then last is a product that I have been loving for the past 5 to 6 months. It is the Too Faced Perfect Lips liner, and this is in the color Perfect Nude. I have super pigmented lips, like it's a very pinky red shade, or they're a very pinky red shade, and this color is just like the perfect nude. I've already swatched it on my hand, and it's just a really, really good nude to like wash out the redness, but it's not like an ugly nude color that's like, ugh, that's gross, like you look dead. But I mean, there are a lot of great nude colors, but the thing I love about this is, although you can't sharpen it, although it's just like, it is what it is, like once you start using it, it's kind of just like a nub going on there, but it is so creamy and easy to control when you're lining your lips. Sometimes I feel like lip liner can be a little hard because of the fact that like, it just can, like you're gonna mess up sometimes. But this, I wanna say, is like foolproof. Like I hardly ever have issues with it. So, I mean, I get it's a nude, but I've had nudes that like go crazy. So, stays in place. It's a good base for any lip color. I use it obviously with nudes. I use it with pinks. I use it with like mauve shades. So I love it. You don't like have to just use it with nudes. And I use it with gloss a lot. So it's just a good base color. Oh my god, I feel like I've been talking so quickly in this video so long. I need to go and edit it and like shorten it down. Okay. Alright, so that is it for my March favorites. Thank you guys. Let me just fix that here. Okay. Alright, that is it for my March favorites. Thank you guys so much for watching and coming and hanging out. And I'm going to try to get some videos up quicker. I just had to get used to this new camera and everything like that. So I will see you guys next time. Please like this video if you did, and then subscribe if you haven't already. And you can come back in and we can do more makeup stuff and have fun. So have a great rest of your day. I hope you guys are enjoying.